Welcome to Gemini, running from May the 21st through to June the 21st. The associations found with Gemini are that its ruling planet is Mercury, its element is air, its quality is mutable, and its symbol is the twins. Keywords include communicatively, adaptable, and versatile. Physical correspondences are the lungs, shoulders, arms, and hands. Positive traits include adaptable, versatile, intellectual, witty and logical, busy, spontaneous, lively, talkative, and amusing in conversation. Having a flair for writing and for languages, always youthful and up-to-date in outlook and appearance. Some negative traits one might find with Gemini include changeable and restless, cunning, inquisitive and inconsistent and two-faced, unable to control nervous energy, living on their nerves, superficial, and a gossip. But of course, as we've said before, that doesn't mean that the Geminis in your life have to have any of those negative traits. As Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac, it has the archetypes of the witness, the teacher, the storyteller, and the journalist. Gemini talks and Gemini listens. They scan for clues, for meaningful gestures, for half-hidden innuendos. Nothing escapes them. No detail is too small, no trail too cold. Communication is the major keyword for Gemini. And while speaking and listening are key issues for Gemini, one needs to go deeper to the concept of perception. Gemini is born to perceive. They must remain in motion all the time, as there is so much to see and know, and there isn't a minute to waste. Gemini is the journalist rather than the philosopher. The end point for Gemini is to unravel the secret of the world, gather all the clues, and see everything. An impossible task, so they need to live as intense and varied a life as possible. Predictability and boredom are unpardonable sins. Gemini is born to talk, and they need to master the art of speaking. They're also born to listen, although this does not come as automatically. While quick wit and even eloquence is natural to Gemini, they need to remember that communication is two ways. They need to remember to listen, to absorb the world. Curiosity is Gemini's greatest resource, a sense of the world's wonder, a childlike appreciation of everything in the world. Vitality is another of their resources. As curiosity drives them constantly, they need to have vitality to keep up with it all. Their third resource is intelligence, and no other sign has a quicker mind. They have great flexibility, but on the shadow side, they need to be sure that they don't reconstruct the information to hide an unpleasant truth. They don't really lie, but rather shift the emphasis with a few strategic silences and a barrage of words. Right or wrong, they very seldom lose an argument. They like to share their affection with many people. They are adaptable and find little difficulty in adjusting to variety and changes of scene. They thrive on it. Because of their constant desire to change, it will be unusual for them to go through life without changing their business, career, or profession at least once. According to Patricia Davies, Basil is the signature oil for Gemini. Basil is a very mentally stimulating oil which reflects the mental nature of Gemini. The plant itself is very variable, another Gemini trait, with leaves that might be light or dark green, large or small, smooth or hairy. Other essential oils associated with Gemini include dill, lavender, lemongrass, and peppermint. For the Lord Gemini blend, I have combined basil with lemongrass, which may stimulate the left brain by tempering concrete logical thoughts with spirituality. Lemongrass can also be helpful when one needs discernment and is supportive in helping one to fulfill one's responsibility. The blend is 2 drops of basil and 6 drops of lemongrass. For my Lady Gemini blend, I have combined basil with lavender, which brings balance and harmony, and peppermint, which promotes clarity of thought. And the blend is 1 drop of basil, 6 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of peppermint. I hope that this might give you a little more insight into the nature of the Geminis that might be in your life. And perhaps you'd like to gift them with one of the blends or create a product especially for them using them. Have fun and enjoy.